In this video, I'm going to show you how to make this elegant door trim for the top of your door. This is easy to do and doesn't require much skill. Let's go. So as you can see, we're going to start off from the beginning here. I have no header whatsoever. So here I have a piece of pine. It's about 5.5 inches wide, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this to the length that I need for the door header. In my case, that's going to be about 55 inches and a quarter, I believe. And we're going to cut this to length on a miter saw. Now, I'm not a professional carpenter, so I welcome all comments or critiques. If you enjoyed this video, put a like and subscribe for more. Leave a comment and let me know what I did right and what I did wrong. So because I am going to paint this header, I'm using pine, and then here at the bottom you see a piece of PVC board, and here you can see how it's going to go. So that pine is going to go on top of that PVC, and I'm using this PVC board because that's what I had available. And again, since I'm painting it, it's not going to be a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and sand it a little bit to get rid of those edges and just go ahead and smooth it out and give it a little roundness to the edge here. And the way I'm going to go ahead and do this is I'm going to glue that PVC onto that pine, and then I'm going to use some finish nails to tack it in place. So I'm going to glue it, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some finish nails. Where you see the pencil mark on the PVC board, that's about 7/8, so I'm going to have that revealed on either side. So the pine board is going to sit on top of the PVC, and that bottom PVC board is going to be 7/8 longer on either side. So basically it's going to stick out about 7/8 on either side beyond the pine board itself. And you can get a better look here at exactly what I'm talking about. You can see it sticking out 7/8. Now we're going to go ahead and work on our top board, and this top board, as you can see here, it's going to stick out a little bit more than the bottom board. And again, I'm using wood here. That's what I have. It's pine. I went ahead and sanded it to get rid of all those fine edges and just round the corners a little bit, so you can kind of get the impression of what the header is going to look like. And on the upper board where you see that pencil mark, that's about 2 inches from the edge. So on either side I'm going to have 2 inches on the top board. And I did this in order to accommodate the crown molding that I'm going to put on here. So the bottom PVC board sticks out about 7/8, and then the top board sticks out 2 inches. And again, the way I'm going to go ahead and do this is the same way I did the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and put some glue on this pine here, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit it with some finish nails in order to tack it into place. As you can see, this is very easy to do, and at this point you do have a top trim for the door if you wanted to use it just like this. But I am going to use this crown molding that I have here and make it look a little bit fancier. Again, this crown molding is optional, but to install this, you install it like you would any other crown molding. As you can see here, the corner I have cut it at a 45, and then what I'll do is I'll cut another 45 to make that 90 and kind of round off that corner. And you can see the crown molding looks really nice. But again, if you don't want to use it, you want to leave it just like this, you can use this as the top door trim without the crown molding. Here you see the corner piece is basically 2 45-degree angle cuts, and then I'll go ahead and cut it to size as you see here, and it fits right in there and it really looks good. Once I cut that corner to size, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place glue on it, and then again I'm going to hit it with some finish nails or some brad nails. Here you can see I have the clamps on there just so the glue dries the way I want it to dry, and it makes a nice corner. And again, I am painting this, so if your corners are a little chipped, you can always go ahead and use some kind of PVC putty or silicone and then paint over it. So because we're painting this, it's a little bit more forgiving than staining. And here I'm just holding it up to see what it looks like, and you can see the sides here, the 7/8 sticking out at the bottom and the 2 inch sticking out at the top. And I just put a level there to make sure that it's leveled. And once I like the final product here, I'm going to go ahead and just use finish nails to tack it into place, which is what I'm doing here. Again, make sure that the header is completely leveled before you start nailing it into place. At this point, I went ahead and covered all my nail holes, and I used some exterior interior spackle, as you can see here, and I'll link it in the description. This stuff doesn't crack, and you can paint over it and it looks great. Once the spackle dries, you want to go ahead and sand it as smooth as possible, and then you want to go ahead and prime it. You want to make sure you prime this, and I'm going to use a few coats of primer on here, and I might sand in between the primer if you want to make it extra smooth. Once you're done with the primer, let it dry, and then you can go ahead and apply your top coat. Now at this point you're done, it looks great, but I wanted to go ahead and make this a little bit special. So I got this half round molding here, and basically what I'm going to do is put this at the bottom, and on here I had to cut it at a 45 angle to join the whole piece because I did mess up. But once you paint it, you're not even going to see that. So this is optional, you don't have to do this. Just like you don't really have to do the top crown molding piece, but I wanted to go ahead and just add that little special touch to it, and I think that this half round piece here did the trick. And as before, all I'm doing is gluing it and then using the brad nailer this time to tack it into place, and then I'm going to go ahead and sand it a little bit and prime it just like I did all the other pieces. And here you have the finished product. I think it looks good. I think that little half round molding at the bottom makes it look more grand, and I hope you give this a try. This is a really easy door trim to make. You can make it as fancy as you want or as simple as you want. I'm not a professional carpenter, and I know if I can do this, you can do this. This is a really simple crosshead molding that you can do and save yourself some money while making that door look great. Remember to comment, like, and share this video. All product links are in the description. Hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you on the next one.